Hi everyone, Luna Gamer Alex here, and this is YosUki and Games. And I'm alone in my game room. I live stream every single one of my gaming sessions since 2010, and I have been saving them to my YouTube channel. I do this to allow me to take a glimpse back at all of my gaming adventures, sort of a detailed observations of my life as a gamer. The session is starting now, and I thank you for watching.
Alright, well, just so excited about this game, I've decided to come back to it tonight. A little tired, it's kind of late, but hopefully we're not going to repeat the same situation with Fate or the Fellowship during the first session. But when I was further setting this up, I noticed that this game is very... this game is a lot more... a lot less complicated than Fate or the Fellowship. I just noticed. How did that happen? Oh, it must have happened like this. This is when, yeah. This is in the. Let me just check here. Because with these folding maps, sometimes like the edges are kind of weird. I noticed that it's not smooth over there, so I'm gonna try and see if I can fix that. Which way does it go? Oh. This one's supposed to go. This way. Okay. Yeah, because it went this way. I think it was already, yeah. I didn't even notice that. Well, let's see if I can straighten it best that I can. Looks like it's just damage. A little bit there, but yeah, that's a lot better. But yeah, these edges sometimes, and sometimes when you connect them, they it's not the best when it's made of cardboards, But the only things that I did off stream was I placed all the heroes that I've selected for this match, for this playthrough, where they at their starting locations, and I shuffled the both the Scourge deck and the player deck. So let me see if I can. And let me make sure I count the player decks here, because I think there's supposed to be 60. I forgot to do that before I start the recording. It's supposed to be 63 hero cards. Let me make sure. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 63. Yeah, we barely have enough space to for these hero decks and the Scourge deck up there. All right, and Okay, and then we'll go through each of these heroes, because they have like their background actually on the back of the card. Is that the right location for Varian Valgard? Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're just gonna go through the rule book, and we're gonna play along the as we read through the rule book here. I think we stopped at spawn enemies. Last session, shuffle the Scourge deck and place it face down near the Scourge deck indicator at the top. Draw one Scourge deck and place 3 ghouls on the matching space. Then place the Lich King on the Lich King space matching that card's color. Okay. So draw one Scourge card. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think this happened at the beginning of Fate of the Fellowship too. Alright, so it's Utgard Keep. Yeah. I also took the liberty to to sleeve these actually while I was watching some Twitch videos earlier. Okay, so Utgard Keep. So we place 3 ghouls there. Where is it at? Oh, wow, right next to a Varian, huh? Okay, so we got that. What's next? Draw one more Scourge card and place 3 ghouls in the matching space. So this is the second one. Oh, and then for the first one, we place the Lich King matching color. So he's over here, facing them. Okay, facing Varian's area. Again, the second one is going to be Onslaught Arbor. How come it's having a problem focusing here? I don't know why. Oh, because I'm not wearing my glasses, that's why. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this bifocal. And then I keep looking down this way instead of looking up. This is right here. So 3 ghouls, a Scourge over here. Okay, these two are fucking each other, now they're stuck. Okay, and then draw 3 more Scourge. What? Okay, draw 1 Scourge card. We already did that. Draw 1 Scourge card, place 3 ghouls, and yes. And then draw 3 more Scourge cards, place 2 ghouls on each on the matching space. Okay, so now we draw 3 and they all get 2. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. If I'm not careful here, this is just gonna fly fly out that direction. Okay, Temple of Storms. Okay, so that's in the north here. Oops. Here we go. This needs to go over here. Oh, yeah, everything was being displaced. The Temple of Storms, so we have 2 over there. It's just exciting. Okay. And then the Nexus also gets 2. That's western side, far western side here. God damn, there's... What is going on? How come... 7... Oh, here we go. We just need to make sure it tilted a little bit and so we can catch that light. Nexus is the far west, the map here. last card is the I guess because these cards are a little darker too. Maybe as Joel Narab, and that's over here. Okay. Don't tell me I have to draw 4 now, and then they all get 1 each. All right, what does it say? Oh, I guess I was right. Okay, now draw 3 more Scourge cards and place 1 gold card on each of the matching spaces. Okay, so we're gonna do that again, and then we're gonna give it just 1. Okay, Grizzlemaw to the far east. Grizzlemaw over there. I think this is turn indicator, right? It's so big. This is huge. I don't know what the point of it is being this big, but Grizzlemaw gets 1, and then Frosthold get 1. And Frosthold is right in the center. Oh, gets in that. Oh, isn't that where Moradin starts? Okay. Let me make sure. Yeah, his starting space is Frosthold. Okay. And then we have Temple City of Ankila. And that's right here. So that gets 1. Okay. All right, I think we're done with the ghouls. What does it say next? Place these. Draw 1 more Scourge card and place 1 abomination on the matching space. Okay, so just draw 1, and then we're gonna place 1 abomination, and the lucky location is Trim's End, right the center, right here. Let me grab one of the stitches here. Yeah, these actually look pretty cool too. Look at them. It's nice. Background's too bright. Okay. All right, I think there's some more instruction at the bottom. Place these 9 Scourge cards face up in the Scourge discard pile. Okay, make sure we have 9. I think of course we should have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 face up in the discard pile. Okay. Okay, so that's all done. Okay, choose heroes. They didn't give you a recommendation who you should play for the first game. They only give you a recommendation about the reward and the quest. Each player chooses 1 hero sheet and take 1 reference card. Each player takes 1 slider and place it on the leftmost space of their health track. Oh, that's what the slider is for. I wish that they have like a frame, you know, like in zombie side, because this slider is gonna slide all over the place. It latches onto the paper. But yeah, I still wish that it would be like like zombie side. Zombie side, you know, the zombie side games, they got those fancy freaking frames for your character cards. Yeah, I have several of those zombie side games too. I need to play them. Alright, okay. Take the matching hero figures and place them on their starting spaces. I already done that. Return unused hero sheets, reference cards, hero figures, and sliders to the box. Return the solo marker to the box. This is only used for a solo game, which is what we're going to be doing. Okay. This game is what, up to 5 players or something? Let me see. What does it say on the box? Yeah, up to 5 players. So you can actually play with 5 characters, I suppose, if you really feeling fancy. But I'm just gonna use the recommendation of 3 players, 3 heroes. Okay, deal hero cards. Separate the Scourge Rises and Stronghold cards from the hero card. See, this is why you should be reading this before, because I already shuffled the shit out of that fucking deck. So, depending on the number of players, it says. So, what about for solo, though? It doesn't say anything here for solo. So, I think it's just the number of players as in the number of heroes, because I think they say you take 1 hero per player. Let me just look at the solo section if there's any mention of that. Nope. So everything else is the same the way this is done. Yeah. But let me look for this. For the Scourge Rises and Stronghold cards from the hero cards, set them aside. I have to set them aside. How many of these? Scourge Rises. Oh, it doesn't say. I think this just says 8 Scourge Rises and 3 Strongholds. Okay. I think we're just I'm not gonna shuffle these anymore. I mean, I don't even know the significance of them well, and I'm not even really looking at them, so I'll shuffle them a little bit, okay, just so that I don't feel so silly about it. Stronghold. I think I might have missed a couple of those. The last one of Scourge Rises. Let me find the 2 other Stronghold cards. There you go. Alright, I think that's everything. Let me just shuffle, give it a quick shuffle, okay? Just so that, like I said, so that we don't feel silly. There we go. All right. I'm going to set these aside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. And since we have 3 heroes, it says starting hand 3. What? Okay, deal hero cards. Separate the Scourge Risers and Stronghold cards from the hero and set them aside. Shuffle the remaining hero cards and deal players face up to each player based on the number of players. Now, it doesn't say anything about solo. This is saying that each player gets 3. But I think because it says number of player 2 is starting hand 3, number of players 3 starting hand 3. I think we're supposed to get 3. Let me see if, and they totally forgot about solo people on that page, because it didn't say shit about what you need to do if there's only one person playing, because it only says 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you can play solo, coordinating efforts between 3 heroes. Choose 3 heroes, placing hero sheets in a row in front of you, yada yada. Oh, draw 4 hero cards to form your starting hand. So it is on this page. Okay, good. Should have just put it right in there and just repeat it in the solo page. Okay, so 4 starting hands. So we have, looks like heal, 2 heals, 1 defend, and 1 travel. Okay, I think we're gonna place. Let me move this here. So, see, I mean, this thing, it doesn't really stay on the hero sheet. Just move it up a little bit so we can place these here. Just like that. I'll put my reference sheet over here. Okay. Build hero deck. Divide the remaining hero cards in a row face down. Pile as evenly as possible. Placing. Oh, this is just like a Fate of the Fellowship here. So for introductory, 5 piles, and then we put 3 stronghold cards inside, and then we shuffle them each. Hold on. Placing smaller piles towards the right side. Oh, as evenly as possible, placing smaller piles toward the right side of the row. Or as evenly as possible, I says, and then the smaller to the right side. Shuffle 1 Scourge rises card into each pile. And shuffle, and I know that these probably have a variation to them. Let me just look. Just then I'll shuffle them too. No, these are all the same. Since they're all the same, it doesn't matter. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have how many piles? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? It seems like it's more difficult to... Oh, 5 piles. But 1 Scourge rises card into each pile. Oh. There'll be more for Mythic difficulty. I see. Okay, so let me just go ahead and get this done. So, pile number 1. I mean, the way that I did it with Fate of Fellowship is I just... kind of divide them by handing out the cards into the different piles, but here we're just gonna wing it. So that it was very even. Okay, that's even enough for me. I mean, it's smaller piles here on the farther right hand side, so we'll place 1 each. And then we're gonna shuffle those, I think, and then we're gonna... Oops. Gotta be careful with these, because these are, like, in play. Okay. The number of strongholds card use is based on the difficulty. Do we put the stronghold in there, too? And then shuffle 1 stronghold card into each of the left... Okay. Each of the leftmost. And then we, for introductory, we have 3 strongholds. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they want you to shuffle the Scourge Rises and then shuffle the 1 stronghold card. Let's do it like step by step here. Okay, that should be shuffled enough. And then add one, shuffle that. That's pile number one. Pile number two. Add that. I don't know, this pile seems kind of anemic. So I should add maybe one from here and then one from here. Remember that the scourge is at the top. Okay, so that's the second pile, and then the third pile. Oh, yeah, stronghold, yep. Gotta shuffle it first. So I guess they want that done so that you don't accidentally have the scourge with the stronghold. I mean, I understand that, because sometimes that can happen. Yeah, next time I'm just gonna divide these equally because I don't feel good about this. Yeah, this seems to be I'll take one from here, from the, because the last pile is supposed to be the smallest pile anyway. Okay. And then let me shuffle these. And then we stack them. Stack these piles in order to form the hero deck with the rightmost pile on the bottom. Okay, yeah. I've done this before on Fate of the Fellowship, so same deal here. And with that game, the card's called Skies Darken, but here you have two. You also have the Stronghold added into the player deck. Okay. Okay, this goes on top of this one, and this goes on top of that one, and it goes on top of this one, and that goes on top of this one. All done. Okay. What is next? For Mythic Difficulty, just shuffle one Stronghold card into the second pile from the left. Wow, that's interesting. So that you don't get Stronghold until like later. First turn, the player who has ventured furthest north. What? Takes the. When you ventured furthest north? Oh, placement of the character, I guess. So I guess that would be Moradin actually goes first, and then Jaina, and then Varian. Alright, so let's read their lore here, the characters that we've selected. Moradin. Renowned throughout the land as a mighty warrior, Moradin Bronzebeard watched his young friend and student Arthas fall into madness and corruption, left for dead in Northrend by Arthas. Moradin has reunited with his long-lost family and committed himself to bringing his old comrade to justice, no matter what it takes. Okay, so that's his motivation. Let's look at Jaina Proudmoore. You ask for it, she said. It's a little quote from Ryan. We'll read Moradin's quote in a sec. Jaina Proudmoore is a powerful mage and a symbol for her people. After guiding refugees across the ocean to save them from the scourge, Jaina attempted to broker peace with the Horde. Jaina travels to Northrend to protect the innocent, but also harbors the hope that her former friend and lover Arthas has not been entirely subsumed. Okay, that's Jaina. And looks like her action, teleport, move directly to any space up to 4 spaces away, limit once per turn. And frost armor, she gets +1 armor when you fight. Okay. Let's get the quote from Muradin. I can make this right. I have to as in TE instead of TO. Stormbolt is his free action. Remove 1 ghoul from your space or connected space. Limit once per turn. Is that what it's called for? On her, it's not a free action. So for him, it's a free action. Legacy of the Bronzebeard. When you quest, you can contribute 1 additional card. Okay. And then with Varian here, Varian Rin, King of Stormwind. Let my enemies beware. Recently returned after years of exile, Varian Rin has reclaimed his place as King of Stormwind and High King of the Alliance. Though he sees the Horde as enemies, he has focused his strength on defeating the Scourge. Varian has taken personal command of the Alliance forces in Northrend, determined to repay the Lich King tenfold for his incursions. But he gets killed eventually by, what's his face? See, I used to remember these names when I play Heroes of the Storm. Gul'dan. Okay, Gul'dan. Because I wasn't playing World of Warcraft when that happened. Okay, okay, so I guess we're playing the game now. So it's Jaina is, Muradin is gonna act first. So let's see how this game is played, and let's compare it to Fate of the Fellowship. Oh, they want you to understand a couple of key concepts here. So let's just check real quick. Let's just skim through this quickly. Key concept. Oop. In Wrath of the Lich King, the board game, the player takes on the roles of the legendary heroes of Azeroth, uniting against the evil Lich King and his undead scourge. Each hero has a sheet showing their health and unique abilities, and is represented on the board by a figure. You also have a hand of hero cards that you can use to boost actions. Players keep their hands face up in front of them so that all the players can see each other's cards. All players are on the same team working together to stop the overwhelming threat of the Lich King and his undead scourge. The players win or lose the game together. Players can discuss them freely and for advice. Everyone should offer opinion and ideas, but each player decides for themselves what to do during their turn. Beware the arrogance that led Arthas down the path to ruin. That's cute. Okay, the Scourge. The continent of Northrend is infested by the Scourge, the Lich King's endless armies of the undead. The players must hold back the Scourge, lest they overwhelm the heroes. There are 2 types of enemies, like I got overwhelmed in Fate of the Fellowship. There are 2 types of enemies, ghouls and abominations. Ghouls accumulate on spaces, while abominations relentlessly pursue the heroes. Allowing too many enemies to overwhelm the board will cause you to lose the game. The Lich King. Unlike ghouls and abominations, the Lich King does not enter the normal spaces of the board for majority of the game, and he cannot be fought directly. Instead, he stands on the 3 Lich King spaces on the board, 1 for each of the different colored regions. The Lich King exerts his malevolence influence over the marching region, adding negative effects when heroes fight and quest there. I see. Okay. Just like the Nazgul, I guess, similar to that. Players roll dice to engage the servants of the Lich King in battle and delve into forbidden locales. There are two icons on the dice, success and block. Success has accomplished the goal of your action, dealing damage when fighting and adding progress when questing. Blocks prevent damage your hero would suffer. The two dice are identical. Okay, quest. The heroes of Azeroth must defeat the major threats of Northrend to clear the way to the Lich King's fortress of Icecrown Citadel. The threats are represented by quests, which must be completed to win the game. At the start of the game, there are 3 quests that the players must complete, one in each of the 3 colored regions. Each quest corresponds to a space on the board shown by a quest marker, and most quests have a special effect. A space with a quest marker is a quest space. So but we have that face down though, so what's the deal with that? Oh, I need to reread that section because I think I need to put the quest marker somewhere. Nice. Each quest requires a set amount of progression to complete, shown by a track on the quest sheet. Players add progress to a quest using a quest action. See, I'm already yawning. I have to set up the dialysis machine here in a bit. A quest is completed when the progress marker reaches the final space of the track. When all 3 quests are complete, the siege of Icecrown commences, where the players must complete the Icecrown Citadel quest to win the game. Okay, let me reread the section about setup quests. Randomly place 1 quest sheet of each color on its matching space on top of the face. Oh, on top of the face down reward card. I see. Okay. So the reward is a secret, and this part is shown. I see. Makes sense now. Okay, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the reward was, but I think it wasn't random for this game. But I randomly placed it, but I didn't even look at it. I know I flipped it, but I didn't know what it was. Okay. All right, now it makes sense. Okay, so there we go. Hey, Kel'Thuzad, one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite character to play in Heroes of the Storm. Well, that would be Tassadar, actually. Kel'Thuzad is close. Maybe 3rd? 4th? 3rd. Yeah, I really love Kel'Thuzad. He's a lot of fun to play as in Heroes of the Storm. Where he looks amazing compared to his WoW character model. Where are the quest markers? So I need to mark these areas. Okay, Naxxramas, just right here. There you go. The Nexus. Oh, yeah, Nexus. Over here. And third one is Ulduar. Cute. Okay, now we're gonna play the game. We can start the game now. A half hour in. Okay. Playing the game. Players take turn in clockwise order following these 4 steps. Do 4 actions. Draw 2 hero cards. Spawn ghouls. Activate abominations. So do the 4 actions. During your turn, you can do up to 4 actions. You can do the same action multiple times, each time counting as 1 action. Some heroes have special action only they can do. Okay, so we have move. Move your hero to an adjacent space connected by a line. Enemies, ghouls, and abominations do not affect hero movement. Okay, and then fight. While on the space with enemies, use the fight action to remove them. To fight, roll both dice. For each punch, deal 1 damage to an enemy on your space. I was gonna say I should have just left the tower from Fate of the Fellowship out, but I didn't plan on exactly on playing this next. So I'll just grab my my less fancier dice tower. Ghouls are removed after suffering 1 damage, and abominations are removed after suffering 3 damage. Return remove enemies with a supply. Damage deals to enemies is not tracked between actions. So to remove abomination, you must deal 3 damage to it in a single action. Jesus. After dealing damage, each ghoul and abomination on your space deals 1 damage to you. For each block result, reduce the damage you suffer by 1. Okay. I have an example here, but I know how that works. Quest. While on a quest space, use the quest action to progress and complete that quest. The quest, roll both dice and count your punches. Then advance the progress marker as follows. Contribute the quest by showing 1 hero card from your hand whose icon matches the next space on the quest track. Okay, I see that now. Oh, I'm supposed to put these little thingies on these quest cards, huh? I think. Yeah. Okay. Each hero on quest space can contribute 1 card per quest action, even if it's not their turn. That's interesting. Use each punch to advance the progress marker to the next space, regardless of icon. Okay, so you roll the dice, and you also can use your card to move the marker. Okay. Contributed cards are not discarded. See quest example to the right for detailed description of questing. Oh, that's interesting. Why are they not discarded? After contributing cards and resolving punches, you suffer damage equal to the damage value shown on the quest sheet. Each shield reduces the damage you suffer by 1. Enemies do not affect quest actions. When the progress marker reaches the final space of the track, the quest is completed. Rest. Roll both dice and heal damage equal to the punches. You cannot rest on a quest space. Enemies do not affect rest actions. Flight path. Move your heroes directly to a space with a stronghold. You do not start the game with the stronghold on hand. They are placed during the game when you draw a stronghold card. Okay. Let me see how you don't discard your card here. Why can't they just explain it right there in that particular section? You know, I always hate that when they do that. Like, oh yeah, check this next section. We'll explain it further. Well, we're already here. Just explain it to me here. At them making as much progress as possible, and the 2 damage of things himself for 2. See, Venus did not solve damage because she did not do the quest action. Oh, she just contributes to it. Okay. Remember, Tryon, Tyrion, and Sylvanas keep the cards that contribute to quests and could contribute those quests again in future quest action. Okay. So, like they can't keep recontributing that quest, right? And they can only contribute once anyway, right? Contribute to the quest by showing 1 hero card, and that's it. For if you want to contribute, okay. Free actions. Some hero cards and abilities are free actions. During your do 4 action steps, you can also do free actions. You do not count towards your 4 actions. You cannot do a free action in the middle of an action, and you cannot do free actions during another hero's turn. Okay. Well, I know Moradin because I was looking at because we were reading his card earlier. He has a free action, and he goes first anyway. So we're gonna play as we go through the manual rulebook. His free action is Stormbolt. And that removes 1 ghoul from your space or a connected space. Limit once per turn. So that's a free action. It doesn't cost us anything. There's a ghoul where we're at, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So that ghoul is dead. Alright. Okay, hero cards. There are 4 different types of hero cards. After playing a hero card as described below, discard it, placing it face up in the hero discard pile. Stronghold cards are also drawn from the hero deck but work differently. Fight. During a fight action on your space, after rolling dice, any hero on that space can play any number of fight cards. Each fight cards add either 1 or 2 punches shown by the number on the card. Okay, that's cool. When any hero on your space suffers damage, you can play any number of defend cards to prevent up to 2 damage per card played. Travel is a free action. You can play a travel card to move any hero on your space. To move any hero on your space. Each travel card moves a hero up to 2 to 4 spaces shown a number on the card. Okay, that's cool. But what does that mean? As a free action, you can play a travel card to move any hero on your space. So whoever's using that card can move a different hero. Apparently, it's based on that description, because it says any hero on your space, not both. Heal. As a free action, you can play a heal card to allow any hero on your space to do a free rest action that deals 1 additional damage. And as an exception to a normal restriction, you can do this rest action on a quest space. Okay, so that's the only it's the only time you can rest on a quest space. Stronghold. When you draw a stronghold card, immediately place 1 stronghold in any space on the board and then return the card to the box. Do not keep it in hand. You cannot place a stronghold in a quest space or a space that already has a stronghold in it. Stronghold on the board has 2 effects. Heroes can use the flight path action to move directly to a space with a stronghold. Okay, when a hero does a rest action on a place with a stronghold, that hero heals 1 additional damage. Okay, that's not Suki. It's from outside. Okay, fight card example. I know how it works. The Lich King exerts his baleful influence over Northrend, empowering his minions and hindering. And when we do a fight, we're just going to look at this book, rule book anyway, just make sure we're doing everything right. Lich King is on one of the three Lich King spaces, which corresponds to the three regions on the board. When a hero does a fight or quest action in the Lich King's region, the Lich King adds 1 damage to that action. I see. The effect applies even if you remove all the enemies on your space or finish the quest. Other gameplay elements that occur in the Lich King's region, such as abominations activating, are not affected by the Lich King's presence. So only when you fight. I don't know what that means. I guess it's gotta be clear as we play it. When we do a fight or quest action, it adds 1 more extra damage. Draw 2 hero cards. After doing 4 actions, draw the top 2 cards of your hero deck together at the same time. If your draw includes a stronghold card immediately, resolve it immediately. If your draw includes a Scourge Rises card, resolve it as follows. Advance the Scourge card by 1 to the right of the track. Draw the bottom card of the Scourge deck. The bottom card. Then move the Lich King to that region's Lich King space. Add ghouls to the corresponding space on board until there are 3 ghouls on it. Place 1 abomination on that space. Okay. Shuffle the Scourge. There's this whining sound, but I think it's coming from outside. Shuffle this Scourge discard pile, including the card you just drew from the bottom of the deck, and place the shuffled face down on top of the Scourge deck. This is just like a Fate of the Fellowship. If you draw 2 Scourge's Rises cards at the same time, resolve them both one at a time. If you draw a Stronghold and a Scourge Rises card at the same time, fully resolve the Scourge Rises card before resolving the Stronghold card. Okay. Hand limit. The hand limit is 7 up card applies to all players at all time. If you ever have more than 7 cards in your hand, you must discard hero cards and play reward cards, page 9, until you have only 7 cards. Okay, spawn ghoul. Flip over 1 at a time as many Scourge cards from the top of the Scourge card as the current Scourge rate. What? Flip over 1 at a time as many Scourge cards from the top of the Scourge deck as the current Scourge rate. Or if we need to spawn ghouls. For each card flipped, place a ghoul on the matching space, then discard the card face up to the Scourge discard pile. Okay. If a space already has 3 ghouls on it, do not place a 4th. Instead, an override occurs in that space. This is new. If you need to place a ghoul but there are no ghouls left in the supply, advance the despair marker. Okay. So at least the despair track, yeah. I was gonna say the Scourge track, no. So this is just like Fate of the Fellowship. It is rare but possible for the Scourge deck to run out of cards. If it does, shuffle the Scourge discard pile to form a new deck. Alright. Overruns. Unchecked build-ups of undead will hinder the invasion of Northrend and deploy the Lich King's most terrible creations. If you would place a 4th ghoul on a space, an overrun occurs on that space instead. Do not place that 4th ghoul. When an overrun occurs, advance a despair marker 1 space. Then place 1 abomination on the overrun space. Ghouls do not outbreak to connected spaces like diseases in the original pandemic. Okay. So I guess in pandemic, instead of when there's too many elements in that spot, then it starts to spread. But here, that happens instead. Activate abominations. Okay, I think this is the last portion, and then we can really start playing, because the rest is just explaining winning and losing, and reward cards important. But Oh, and then when your hero dies, it respawns at the. But you advance in the spell marker twice when you die, but you respawn back to where you begin. But you lose all your cards too. But you get full health back. Okay. One at a time, each abomination move one space towards the closest hero, then deal one damage to the hero on its space. If multiple heroes are tied for closest, the current player chooses which tied hero's abomination moves toward. After moving, if there are multiple heroes on an abomination space, the current player chooses which hero is dealt damage. If multiple abomination deals damage to the same hero, they deal damage simultaneously, so a hero can play one defend card to prevent the damage from multiple abominations. Oh, okay. So you just use that one card and you prevent the damage from both of them because it hits at the same time. That's what it's saying. Okay. There's some weird things that you have to remember here compared to Fate of the Fellowship, but other than that, I think this is definitely less complicated. Let me just read about this reward cards real quick. Reward cards are special cards that heroes gain from completing quests. Playing a reward card it's not an action. The player who plays the card chooses how it is used. After playing a reward card, return it to the box. Most reward cards can be played at any time, including during other player's turn. The only time you cannot play a reward card is when you are already resolving a card. This means that once a Scourge card is drawn, it is too late to play a reward to stop the ghoul from being placed, or an overrun occurring. Okay. Oh, that's during spawn ghouls. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna just stop playing here. I'm going to go ahead and take care of something real quick, and then we're gonna start moving Moradin around. All right. So let's start the game. Well, we already started the game with Moradin actually destroying that one ghoul. I already got that taken care of. So he hasn't taken any actions yet. Let's look at his abilities. So you have that storm bolt that we used earlier, and then he also has Legacy of the Bronzebeard. When you quest, you can contribute one additional card. Okay, that's cool. I think what we should do, because he's right here, let's see what kind of cards we have. We have one travel, we have 2 heals, 1 travel, 1 defend. And it looks like we can travel 2 spots. I want to get rid of the 2 abominations of it, the 2 ghouls up there on our way to what are these lines here? Is that the flight path? Oh, that's where you can place the your stronghold, I think, and then that becomes a flight path. And that's considered as one action. Okay. So I'm going to move him. So his first action is going to move over to the Tempest of the Storms. And then we're going to roll. I forgot to grab my dice tower. Let me do that real quick. Okay, so we have the basic, not not totally basic, but I really need to color this. But we're gonna use this one for this game. Let me see where I can place this. We're gonna place this right here. There we go. So you can see the result, and so we're gonna attack those two. Oh, and then they attack back, right? Whichever, however many number of ghouls remaining gonna attack us back. So, but I want to do this because I want to, if whenever possible, we need to clear these ghouls. After dealing damage, each ghoul abomination in space deal one damage to you, and then to destroy them, 1 damage. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna get two punches. So his first action is moving to Temple, Temple of the Storms. The second action is he's gonna fight. Ooh, 3 punches, double punches and a punch. That could have destroyed the abomination, but instead we're gonna destroy these two guys. Okay, let's see, make sure that that's correct. Yeah, for each punch, each 1 damage to an enemy space. Thralls with 3 ghouls and 1 abomination. During Thralls do 4 action, he fights the Warsong Hall. Thralls rolls both dice, rolling 2 and a 1, and 2 damage to the total enemies on this space. Thralls chooses to deal 1 damage to each of the 2 ghouls. Okay. Yeah, I got this right. Okay, so he was able. That's only 2 turns, and now third turn, third action, he's going to not 2 turns, 2 actions. Third action, he's going to move over to Ulduar to do this quest. And let me see. Then, and we can use 1, looks like, and then we're going to participate in the quest as a 4th action. And we roll also, right? Plus contribute. Okay. While in the quest space, use the quest action to progress and complete that quest. The quest, roll both dice and count your punches, then advance the progress marker as follows. Contribute to the quest by showing 1 hero card from your hand whose icon matches the next space on the quest marker. Use each punch to advance the quest marker. So you want to contribute first before you use the punches. But then you get damage too from Yogg-Saron here. And during quest action here, cancel 1. Ooh. So if you only have 1 punch, that's not even going to matter. So you need to, because it cancel 1 punch actually is the dungeon effect here. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. Yeah, this game is so much, I was going to say much more basic than Fate of the Fellowship. Okay, so I have 1 shield and 1 punch. That punch is going to get nullified, but we use, I forgot that you're supposed to use the contribute first, so I'm going to contribute. Travel here. Look at the cool drawing there, but artwork is good, but there's no flavor text at all. So we actually get to move that by 1. We can't move anymore because our punch got canceled, and we do have 1 shield, and it attacks 2 damage. There's the attack power of Yogg-Saron. Yogg-Saron, yeah. So he gets damage by 1 HP. So now he's down to 7. Alright, cool. Now it is Jaina's turn, and Jaina doesn't have any move directly any space up to 4 spaces. So she can teleport, But that's not a free action. That's an actual action that she can use once per turn. Um, where's the? Looks like we have a quest over here. But I think what we need to do with Jaina is... Oh, no. We're not done yet, remember? I have to go through this whole thing. Do the 4 actions. I'm getting too excited here. Do the 4 actions. Draw 2 hero cards. That's right. You have to draw 2 hero cards after that. Now we gotta fight the card. Really cool artwork, but like I said, I just wish there's some flavor text on these. I think all the cards actually have different artwork. We'll see in a bit. Okay, so that's 2, and then after that you spawn ghouls. And to spawn ghouls is you look at the scourge track, and we're here at level 1, so which is we have to draw 2, and let's make sure how to properly do this, because I know there's that weird thing where you have to grab from the bottom. I forgot when you actually do that. Let me see here. Flip over one at a time as many scourge card. Okay, so this is like the same, like in only when you did the overruns, I think. No, there was one where you have to grab from the bottom. I think when you draw that a special card from your player deck, I think. Okay, so just flip one at a time as many scourge cards on top of the scourge deck. Place 1 ghoul in the matching space. Okay. So this is simple. So we have Vault of Archivon. So we're going to get 1 there. And then 1 more. Dragtharon Keep. It's the second one. And it's right here. Alright. So now it is... oh no, and then Abomination is activated, and the closest hero is Moradin, so he's gonna move over here. Okay. That's all done. So now it is now it's Jaina's turn. I think I really think we need to whenever we can, we need to get rid of these enemies, because again, I don't want to get into that same situation that I did in Fate of the Fellowship. So, but there's also a quest over here. So I think what she needs to do is because we're going to use teleport, it's best to just use teleport when we move, because is it up to? Yeah. Up to 4 spaces. Because might as well save an action. So she's gonna do that. She's gonna use teleport to teleport over to the Nexus, and she's gonna start the quest there. But before she starts the quest, she's going to fight those enemies over there. So we're gonna roll, okay? And we do have fight. We do have a fight card there, so we can actually use that after we roll. I think we add the 2 if we need to. So, but we got 2 punches and a shield, and Jaina also has the frost shield, a frost armor, where when every time she fights, she gets +1 armor. So, but we're able to get rid of these 2 ghouls easily. So that's the second action. Third action is she's going to do the questing. And that is this quest here. It's not affected by Arthas, because Arthas is in this region. Remember, we can contribute once, and then we roll. I think it's the way it works, right? Let me just make sure we go back there again. Quest. Contribute to the quest. Oh no, roll both dice and count your punches, then advance the progress marker as follows. Contribute to the quest by showing one. Okay, you want to contribute one hero card from your hand first, and then you move based on how many punches you get to roll. So let me just go ahead and do that. So we got 2 punches and 1 armor, and she has the Elsa +1 armor. Let's see if this what this dungeon does. The mighty dragon Malagoth has launched a war to purge the world of mortal spellcasters. Okay, so this doesn't have any effect other than the damage, the 3 damage at the end of the freaking quest attempt. So we're going to use one of the travels because the icon is a travel icon here. You can see on the quest marker, on the quest sheet. Should be pretty visible actually. Here, see, it's a quest. It's a a travel marker. So we're gonna use this travel marker. I don't think you use the value of the travel marker, right? Let's look at the example. A fight 2 card from this hand to advance a progress marker to the next space. So yeah, even the value doesn't matter when you contribute a card, but you don't lose the card though when you contribute. So it's gonna move it down here. And then we have 2 punches. So that's gonna move it 1, 2. And then at the end of this turn, and she can quest again. That's a cool thing because this is only her 3rd action. So this dragon is gonna damage her for 3, but we have 2 shields, so she gets damaged by 1. Okay, and then for a 4th action, she's going to go ahead and quest again. Let me make sure. Teleport, fight, quest, and then quest. All right. Let's do that again. Next space is actually an X. So we do have a fight card also, so we can use that to contribute. So I have 1 punch and 2 shields. So that means 3 shields for Jaina because she has the frost armor. So she's not going to get damage at the end of this. So she's going to contribute a fight card to this questing effort. So that means that we get to move this once. And then we also have 1 punch. So it moves 1 more. This is actually pretty fast. This game is a lot faster than and all you have to worry about is just making sure that you get rid of these ghouls and then go questing. Yeah, this is way simpler than Fate of the Fellowship for sure. Okay, so now everything's done. She's not damaged this time around. Okay. Now it is Varian's turn. Quest is over here. But remember when we do quest, or when we fight, I think for both fighting and questing, right? When a hero does a fight or quest action, the Lich King adds 1 damage to that action. So that's all that he adds. So even like the effect is like very slight. So Fate of the Fellowship seems to be a little bit more engaging, I would say, because I'm playing this right after, just straight after playing Fate of the Fellowship. So this feels like so elementary compared to that. Oh, but before we do all that, oh no, it's not his turn yet. We have to do all these other things. So this is kind of easy to kind of forget. But I think I'm going to end the stream after we do Varian's turn, by the way. Because it is kind of late. And yeah, don't play board games when you're sleepy. It's going to lead to bad things. I mean, bad performance, I would say. and you will skip rules like crazy. Okay. So we're gonna draw the two cards, but I only you still draw the cards, right? But you just can't. You have to discard one. Yeah, it's not like you draw only one. You still draw two, and then you discard one. Let me make sure. Okay, so we're gonna draw two, and then we're gonna discard one. So I got another travel, and I got a fight. So we have too many travel. I think we're gonna get rid of one. That's a really cool. Yeah, all the artwork here is pretty cool, and that one's for traveling 4 spaces. Yeah, we'll keep that one. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay. And then we're gonna spawn ghouls. We're still at level 1 there on the Scourge track, so we're gonna grab 2. Next Ramus. It's down. Oh, it's on the quest area there. Oops. Yeah, I can't even grip onto things, so you know that I'm on my way down. And then the Avalanche. So that's next to the Citadel right here. So there's with this game seems like it's just they started to grow pretty quickly. And then activate the abomination again. And what happens if the abomination lands on a hero? And then deals 1 damage to the hero in its space. Okay. Okay. Do we have a defend? We do, so we can actually use that to defend against the damage. I think we're gonna do that because we're almost max cards anyway. So the abomination is gonna arrive here. It's gonna try and damage him for 1, but we're gonna use the defend card because it says that you can use the defend card when the abomination shows up. It says that oops. And you can't use Jaina's shield because that's only when you fight. So this is not considered a fight. This is just the one abomination ambushing you, I guess. After moving, if a multiple abomination deal damage to the same hero, they deal damage simultaneously. So the hero can play 1 defend card to prevent the damage from multiple abominations. So the fact that they mention that you can use the card means that you can. I know there's when any hero in your space suffers damage, you can play any number of defend cards to prevent up to 2 damage per card played. Okay. So whenever, if it's possible for you to lose health, that's when it becomes playable. So at any time. So we're gonna use this defend card. It says prevent 2 damage, but we're only preventing 1. But we're gonna do it so that his HP stays high there at 7. Alright, so now it is Variant's turn. We do have 2 fight cards. Now, I think you can only, for fighting, you can only use one though, right? Let me see. Or any number of fight cards. Can play, oh, you can play any number of fight cards. Okay, might as well just move here and then try and get rid of all these guys. So he's gonna move here. Action number 1. Let's look at his abilities. When you fight, you may reroll 1 die. Oh, nice. And then free action. Move any number of ghouls from connected spaces to yours. Oh, he can aggro. You cannot cause your space to have more than 3 ghouls. Oh, that's a free action. You know what? Let's, since it's our first game, we're gonna give ourselves a little grace, you know. So we're gonna pretend that we use the for the alliance to aggro these guys to come to very end. So move any number of ghouls in connected spaces to yours. Any number up to 3 apparently, because you cannot have more than 3 ghouls. So we're gonna grab all 3. So that's, it didn't cost us any action. So now we're gonna fight. That's action number 1. And we got 3 3 punches there. So nice. So he was able to get rid of all 3. Okay, that's pretty epic. Okay, and then now he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think we're gonna do that. Oh no, that fighting was 1 action. Oh, but remember that at the end of the fight, since Arthur's influences in this region, he does. Oh, see, I'm catching all these things. He's gonna get damaged by 1, and he doesn't have a shield. Do we have a defend? No, we don't have any more defense, so he's gonna get damaged by 1. That's not bad. Okay, and then he's gonna move. That's the first action, second, third, and then 4th. Okay, that's done, and it's pretty quick too. This game is a lot quicker, moves a lot faster than Fate of the Fellowship, and maybe because I'm now kind of familiar with the system. So we're gonna draw 2 hero cards, but we only have, well, we already have 6 there. So yeah, this is not good. So we get 2 defend cards here. One with, they both have the same value, but yeah, look at all the cards have different artwork. We're gonna keep this one because it's so cool. Because yeah, they're using that. What's the name of that spell from the mage? Because this is all Blizzard's artwork anyway. So we're gonna keep this one, and maybe we should get rid of travel because we don't need that right now. So let's just get rid of travel and keep these 2. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that. So I'm gonna get rid of this travel card here. And then we keep these 2, the defend cards, because I think we're gonna need this more than anything else. All right, now now we're gonna draw this. We're gonna spawn the ghouls. Grab 2 here. Our first one is gonna be at the breach. Just sit here. And then the second one, Valgard. So where he was, his starting point. And then Abomination gets to move again, and if he's already there, then he's just gonna attack, right? The closest hero is, of course, he's already there, so he's gonna damage more than for 1. Now, do I want him to be further damaged? We do have a couple of heal cards. you can't heal at the quest site except for, what was the exception to that? Oh, rest action is when you that you can't do at the quest site. You can do heal cards. As a free action, you can play a heal card to allow any hero on your space to do a free rest. So a heal card, it says, so only one. Oh no, as a free action, you can play a heal card to allow any hero on your space to do a free rest action and heal 1 additional damage. Because rest usually... Oh, you have to roll. I see. So this is a rest, a bonus to rest action. Well, we have multiple of those, so and whenever we do a rest, okay. It's not going to cost us any extra turn. Okay, that's fine. So go ahead and damage more than for 1. I mean, he has a lot of HP anyway. So he's going to go to 6. Alright, we're going to... And then I keep forgetting to move these. Okay, well, that's it. We're going to end it there. Again, this game is way simpler than Fate of the Fellowship. It's still fun. It moves faster, and then every round you get more ghouls, more enemies, guaranteed. Like in Fate of the Fellowship, sometimes the enemies, they just move around. You know, they advance from one location to the next. Here, they multiply pretty fast. So like after every turn, play a turn. Depending on where the Scourge track is, it can go all the way up to 5. That means that there are going to be 5 new ghouls showing up at the map. So yeah, I like the game. I'd say if I have to choose between this and Fate of the Fellowship, I would definitely play Fate of the Fellowship. But this is not bad. Yeah, and we'll see. You know, and again, I'm a little bit tired too, so. Maybe I will be a little bit more enthusiastic about this game tomorrow. So, but yeah, still a fun game though.
Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell. I truly appreciate it. Happy gaming!